All right, YouTube. Okay, so I have in my hands my handy dandy iPad Pro here with some notes. I don't know if you can see the notes. Look, see, I've been taking notes. Um, so I'll give you the very brief rundown. We'll get right into it right after that. I watched Maru play this 3 racks into 2 base build, and then I watched it in the morning on Friday, and then I played it on ladder to see how it goes. And the scene you're seeing here is inspired heavily from the way that Harstem does his ladder review commentary stuff. I liked it way more because I think the idea is that when he plays, he actually shows the camera, he shows everything he's gonna show, but he doesn't actually talk while he plays, and then he goes back and he does commentary over the games that he's played, but he actually looks at himself. So you're seeing his commentary to the played match, which I think is actually quite brilliant because it lets you play your best game and then you get the commentary as well. It takes obviously a little bit more work, but I think we're gonna go about that way. And obviously, I'm covering the Twitch chat, and I don't know what you guys, but there's definitely some people in Twitch chat who wish that I would cover up the Twitch chat. But this is it's an intimate YouTube and streamer experience, YouTube and YouTuber experience. So we're gonna go with that. We're not gonna 2x it. I think this game is only 10 minutes long or something like that. So we're not gonna go crazy. I'm gonna be reacting both to, I guess, the gameplay, as well as my stupid face and the stupid shit that I do and say. Well, actually, I can't hear myself, which is good because I cringe very hard. Hope you guys like the background. I've been my beautiful wife helped me put the lights up and stuff, and it's been pretty good. It looks pretty nice. You got the nice Christmas tree in the fireplace. And while we're getting into this game, I'll just say that I one thing I want to add is I want to redo I want to make a chair with a built-in desks on the side. I don't really like the arms of the chair. It's not really comfortable for long durations of time. And I want to kind of build in the fireplace as a thing. That's probably something I'll do next year myself. I'll do it by hand this time so I can get the perfect setup with that corner. Just a little aside. So yeah, this particular build order that we're looking at here, and I'm gonna have a nice clickbait thumbnail. It's gonna be me plus 3 barracks equals Maru, because that's how it works. You do a build and now you're Maru. But that's just par for the course with YouTube. As a subtle disclaimer here, if you didn't notice, I am actually not Maru, and we're bad at this game. So this is the right thing to do here with the guys off gas. But what's wrong about this is that I should have taken reactor first. Now, obviously, I'm gonna correct some things that I do in this game because, I watched the game live and did it. So I didn't even watch the match again. I just was oh, I know how to 3-racks. I get 3-racks. I get 3-racks in TVP all the time. So I'm kind of going off of what I watched as opposed to, kind of what actually happened. And there's no replays for TSL. I did check. This is TSL 8, Dark versus Maru, lower bracket finals if you wanted to check it out. That's where I based this from. Oh, nice cheeky sub. Thank you, Nether Region. Very classy username. Yeah, so we're obviously doing 3-racks here. Oh, it looks good. Look at that, 3-racks. Tuck them in the back here so that the Overlord has to travel a little bit further. Definitely the right thing to do. Now, I forget to do this all the time in TVP, and then the Adept comes up and he sees the barracks. He's oh yeah, this is sick. Thanks for telling me your build order. It's super dope. Very kind of you. Okay, so then I'm looking at my notes here. And okay, so I do make some other mistakes. So this second gas I think is well timed. This is the right time to take it. Now I think I'm gonna take the Eng Bay earlier than I should. In TVP you take the Eng Bay right now. Actually before the second gas or anything. It's supposed to be Barracks Eng Bay. But I remember realizing that the Eng Bay didn't come down at the same time as in TVP. At least the variation of this build order that I do. Again, I'm like trying to like figure it out on the fly here, which is never the way you want to play StarCraft 2, but you know, I mean, come on. Gotta have some fun. Gotta explore a little bit. Gotta see what we can do here. So we get our combat shields and stamina. I think it's actually pretty close to the way that this is supposed to be done. Factory should have been started by now. So like it's supposed to go factory, Eng Bay, and then third gas. Oh wait, no. Factory, Eng Bay, third gas with the starport. Fourth gas comes down with the command center. So that's another mistake I make, but we'll get into that. So the 4 Marines, I'm pretty sure Maru sends them across the map to try and pick up any overlords. Obviously, it seems kind of risky, but it's not really, considering the way that the meta works right now. Like, if it was going to be roaches, you would know already. Like, your SCV scout should have told you something was wrong. We can pretty safely do this. Like, Zergs are pretty greedy. Very rarely will you see them Ling Flood. Yeah, so my Eng Bay is like ultra late. Like Maru finished the wall with 3 depots and an Eng Bay, which I don't have, and that's gonna make +1 later than it should be. And I mean, you can see it here because I have extra gas, like by almost the same amount as a starport and +1. So it's very clear, at least to me, that I made a mistake here. Now the Eng Bay comes down. So I can give you the rationale for what, like, we're getting into now my other mistake with this build order, that you should correct. So, I thought this was 5 barracks all in, but it's actually, he takes his 3rd CC right now-ish. See how I take, okay, so actually this is perfect if I was gonna pause, okay, but right there, I take 2 barracks. I had the money for a CC and a gas. Now, if you do everything else the same as I do in this game, but change that, you have Maru's build, pretty much, with the corrections that I made earlier. Which lines up, like, quite nicely. You just want to take the 3rd CC. So, obviously, I'm way too deep on creep here. I take more damage here than I should. No, actually, my opponent doesn't catch me, which is good. You want to maintain your unit count as much as you possibly can. I like this adjustment. I don't know if Maru did this. Like, if he did it, then I would think it was really good. But even if he didn't, I would still think that it was really good. I like moving the barracks. Like, you get less production, but you get the faster tank production. You get less production of Marines. And I'm going for the reactor here. And notice I'm not building the reactors on the extra barracks either, which, again, like, I think that this is a different, follow-up than it is. But I do the same things on the map. Obviously, I just do them worse because I'm not Maru. Yeah, so again, we're back on the map with the two medevacs, just gonna try and clear some creep. Maru and most professional Terrans will just boost across the map. Like, I've been kind of feeling like shit the last little bit, so I've been playing slower to compensate, but if I were like playing with a hope and a dream, I would have done the same. You want to try and cross the map as fast as possible, because your goal here, at least what Maru does, and this is where we'll get into the theory, in this map in particular, is he'll push the vertical base and he'll try to get to like right behind the mineral line where he can siege like kind of the ramp and also the Zerg player's natural gas at the same time. So he'll work to clear this creep as hard as humanly possible. And you'll notice that I'm kind of keeping like these 2 drops here to do that as well. And I didn't actually remember this when I was like, playing. I just intuitively know that I have to like pick a lane to attack and keep the creep back. Like, this push is going to clear on this side, which is really good. And I'm just kind of using it as a distraction as well. And I am aware that I am very all in here. So like, this is also another factor that plays in. Had I had a 3rd base like Maru actually did, I might not have played as aggressive as I do here. But I know I have to do it. This might even be viable, to be honest. Like, I don't know if Maru played 5 racks from here, which I've seen, and that's why I was kind of convinced that it was what he did. I think it would work. Oh, check out those beautifully overstun Marines. I just had to comment on how good the healthcare of my units is. Look at them. They're already orange. Yellow now? Look how fast that was. I bet you they didn't have to fight with their insurance providers. Okay. So now what I'm doing is like pretty straightforward. I'm trying to set up a triple prong attack, and that is going to allow me to cross the map from one side to the other. So this map, and most maps in general, like this is genuinely a mistake, and I should never do this, and like most people should never do this. I end up getting, obviously, like my opponent makes a mistake here. I end up getting stuff, but I have the creep clear, and so I'm married to the idea in my head that I need to walk across the entire map from one side to the other and attack the side of the map where there's no creep. Which obviously there's creep again, because like, you know, he's bred his creep. I should have just kept clearing creep where I had my position, and I should have just, you know, attacked. Also, this fight was horrible. I'm not going to rewind to keep the video length a little bit down, but God, that was bad. I should really have just spread out and focus fired the tanks. Again, like, if I was playing with a dream, maybe this would have been differently. If I were Maru, like, you know, that's, if I were playing, like the title of this video, I'm sure will suggest, then we would actually have done just fine here. Obviously now that I have this position and my opponent has sort of let me in, and I see my opponent's army, I'm no longer worried. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna win. And you can see, look at me, I'm chatting up a storm with the chat. I'm smiling, having a good time. This is when you know I'm probably gonna win, and it's also when I do my best throwing, right? So like, if throwing makes good content, right, then this is where I'm about to do my best work. Right? In moments like these, look at the serious expression on my stupid ass face. Oh my god, because I know I've made a mistake. I'm not pre-split, I'm just chilling on the edge of creep, just looking at my army. Look at me, look at me sigh. Yeah, and then I have to give the fake, like, got him! Except really, I sweat for a moment there. I could see it in my face. Yeah, okay. Alright. I guess I'll just, we'll just full screen here. I think it should be good to do that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so basic rundown of what you were looking at. So if you watch this and you want to do this build, basically what you're doing is you're doing 3-Racks. And you're going to want to follow the basic 3-Racks formula, which is Barracks FE. And then you're going to, I'm reading my notes, so I'm not looking at you. Oh, wait, I have this. Ugh. 1 second, let's do this one right here. Look at this is just much better. Excellent. No lights for you guys though. Okay, so basic rundown. You're doing three barracks, okay? So you're going to do your Barracks FE. You're not going to get a Marine. You're going to do reactor first. It's Barracks gas, expand, and then you're not going to get a Marine. And then you're going to do your 3-Racks, okay? Your Eng Bay comes down when you get your factory, okay? And before you get your factory, you need your second gas. So you're going to get those things, and then you're just going to get stim combat shields, okay? And you're going to get your starport, and you're going to get your medevacs, and you're going to get your tanks, and you're going to take a third base. See? Not what I did. 2 base. You're going to take a third base. And then Maru kind of pressures like he has like 5 barracks. Like he's cosplaying that he has 5 barracks, but he doesn't. And he just takes a late third. Now, this is some real Maru shit, okay? It's something that Maru can do because he can preserve units really, really, really well. And I don't know if I would do that if I were him, or if I were like trying to emulate him or in a game or whatever, because I would feel like I need to take my third earlier. But he does a lot of damage, way more damage than I do. So it makes sense to, take your third whenever you feel comfortable, really. And one of the key things that you see in the match, if you watch it, is he's playing against Dark. Dark goes for a run by, but he can't because there's no third. And the door to the natural is closed. So he's just sort of chilling, you know? The primary Zerg tactic of, oh shit, like we're about to take serious damage, I'm just going to run all my lings across the map, buy time, and then attack you with banelings didn't work. Because when he went across the map, there was nowhere for him to attack. And we're working, especially on Berlingrad, we're trying to work for the base that I was attacking at the end there. We're trying to get behind the mineral line, use our siege tanks to attack up the ramp and attack the gas. Which I think is very, very solid positioning, to be honest. Like, Use the medevacs to clear the creep around that base. Try and keep it back as far as possible. Set up for that attack and then execute. Obviously, this isn't like a real build order guide. Like, there are probably better Terrans to look at that for. This is more of sort of a look at how you're going to use this strategy on this particular map, how I executed it, and what you should sort of keep an eye on. There are replays of this build, but I don't know if the follow-up is the same, because like I think the one that Harstam showed me is a little bit different from the way that Maru played it on this particular map. Specifically, I think when it came to the +1 attack on the Eng Bay. But I mean, it's a good build, and if you guys play it, let me know how it goes. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy me shitting on me and playing the video game. All right, love you all very much, and I'll see you in the next one.